Greetings. I'm Tessie Alonzo Villanueva, owner of A&T's Veggies Delight Vegetable Farm. What I will upload would be 7 series of the webinar I conducted for the People Management Association of the Philippines, or what we call PIMA, for the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. It is entitled Hydroponics Gardening for Healthy and Sustainable Lifestyle. Since our webinar participants, colleagues, friends, and also relatives, and those who missed it clamored that we share the record of the said webinar, A&T Veggies Delight channel will run the 3.5-hour event into 7 vlog series. That way, it will be easier for you to watch the vlog at your pace, and at the same time, should you want to repeat watching a specific vlog, then it will be easier for you to do that. For a short introduction, I am a human resource and organization development consultant for 4 decades now. I manage my own consulting company, and I am also one of the directors of Investors in People Philippines. I am an Investors in People consultant that assesses organizations here and in Asia against the UK-based standard on good people practices. The new normal made me think of a better way to live a more active and healthy lifestyle. So I decided to develop hydroponics gardening as a hobby. It has become a source of additional income and the pathway to a career shift from corporate life. Gradually, saying goodbye to a sedentary and stressful lifestyle, these vlogs will show you and inspire you to look at hydroponics gardening as a medium towards healthier and sustainable lifestyle. So please press the subscribe button and the bell to notify you when the next vlog will appear on this channel. In our desire to promote our advocacy in helping people grow their veggies, we will post 1 vlog every Friday. This first vlog gives you an introduction to hydroponics gardening, well-being, and learning the first steps in planting lettuce and other veggies. And this stage is what we call sowing. Every week after that, we will post the following vlogs. Vlog 2 will be about transplanting and gardening. Vlog 3 will be on transferring seedlings to Kratky System. Vlog 4 will be transferring seedlings to NFT System, while Vlog 5 will be about plant and structure management. When we will be in Vlog 6, I will be discussing with you harvesting and marketing. And lastly, Vlog 7 will be about investment, net income, return on investment, so that you can see for yourself whether this kind of hobby will indeed provide you an additional source of income. So before we go to our topic proper, we would like to shout out to Nurse Adriano of Lettuce in a Cup, and Marvin Beza of Katanim Hydroponics. These 2 local hydroponics enthusiasts inspired me to learn and develop hydroponics as a hobby. Now we will start with vlog 1. I am Tess Villanueva, and before I start with my talk, I would just like to give you a little story about how I got into this hydroponics gardening. First of all, before the pandemic, I was one busy person. I was just like a bee, always working, consulting, doing consulting work here and there, doing assessment work here and there. And then all of a sudden, one night, something happened to me. My heart started grinding. The
little amount of blood that was in one of the chambers of my heart, and these threw blood clots into my brain. And as a result of that, I went to 6 months of therapy, from physical, occupational, and speech therapy. But then God was so good to me because I was able to regain my health, and I had to change my lifestyle. Sedentary lifestyle is no longer good for me. I have to be very active physically so that way my heart will function effectively. And that now is one reason why I went into hydroponics gardening. Because when 2020 came, what happened? It was pandemic. So while I was doing one consulting work at the time and assessment work at the time, one by one, hindi na po yung sabay-sabay, what happened is that I had a lot of free time. But my free time would always be watching Netflix, a series of dramas, and watching some videos. And still, while watching, you're always lying down, right? And this was not good for me. And then came 2021. I told myself, life cannot go on like this. This is a very lazy kind of life, and this is not me. So I might as well think of a hobby which will not only keep me busy, but it will actually remove that boredom from my life because I'm used to always being on the go. So I started watching now, no longer watching the royal families and all that stuff. I started watching hydroponic videos. And I think I watched about 30 of them. And the good ones, I would keep on repeating watching them. I did not actually go into formal schooling on how to do hydroponics gardening. What happened was just I watched and then I try. So it was a trial and error. And sometimes I would see my seeds germinate, and then after a few days, they die. So this would happen from time to time. And I said, shall I be discouraged or I should go on? And when, after a while, I learned the art and I was more confident that I was doing it the right way, I told my husband, since you are one person who loves gardening but making use of soil because he has to see to it that we have sufficient supply of vegetables for our pinakbet. I'm sure you like pinakbet and also dinengdeng. But for me, I said, I want to set up a garden that will be good for the table, for salad and all that stuff. So I was serious and I started planting and planting seeds. And when I had so many seeds already around me, I told my husband, can you help me? Where will I transfer these seeds? Can you build this NFT system for me? And he would say, what is that? You're going to start something again? And then afterwards, she'll stop doing it. And I said, no, this time I'll be serious about it. And because of that, because my husband saw that I was really serious, then he said, okay, I'll help you there. So he put his engineering skills into practice and he built the NFT system for me. You're going to see all of this as I go on with with this webinar. And on top of that, I said, part of my legacy would be to teach other people how to grow their own food. Because at this time of uncertainty, isn't it's better when in your garden or in your backyard, you have a source for your own vegetables. So you don't have to worry about, middle of the week, no more fresh vegetables to eat, because you can just go to your garden and pick some of the plants that you have actually planted and have it for your veggies for the day. So that's it. That's how I started with my hobby in hydroponics. So now I will walk you through what you're going to expect from my talk today. So I have some objectives. What I would want to happen is that you will be able to learn how hydroponics gardening leads to a healthy lifestyle, specifically how it will impact on well-being. A key word nowadays is well-being, right? And so let me show you how to connect that later on. gardening and well-being. Another one is I will show you the step-by-step process in planting lettuce and vegetables. The next one would be what are the advantages and disadvantages of two hydroponic systems that I will be showing to you. First is the Kratky method. Remember, I would advise you to make use of this system. This is the first that you should really learn and practice. And the second one is what we call the NFT system. Okay, what's the next objective? I will also show you how to harvest and market the product because it will be useless to keep planting products and in the end you don't market them. So you will ask yourself, where will my next supply of seeds, solutions, and all of that stuff come from if I do not have an ROI for what I am doing? Okay. And then I will also show you what investment would be needed to set up either the Kratky system and the SEMI-NFT system. Never mind the jargons, you will learn that one at a time later on. I will also show you how to compute net income and ROI so that you will know whether, oh, it's a hobby and I benefit from it, and what else can I earn an additional income from it. So that's one of the things that you will learn from this program. Learn from this program, okay? So now I will show you the webinar outline. The challenge is to finish all of this within the time allotted for me. So I'll have an introduction. I will show you the popular lettuces in the Philippines as well as what are its benefits. And then I will show you the step-by-step procedures. All of this will be shown through a video. Okay, so we already filmed this one so that you can see them. So you go to the step of sowing and seedling management, planting and hardening, transferring them now to a hydroponic system, which is either Kratky or the NFT system, and then harvesting. After that, I will also show you how to take care of the structure itself and the plants, checking on the water level, the pH level, and the ppm level. All Greek, right? Don't worry, you'll learn about it in a while. Okay, and then, this is the more important one. How do I prevent pests from infecting my garden? So you have to check on the leaves and the plant condition. And I will also show you some recipes that you can possibly use as organic fertilizers. Okay? And then you will learn how to harvest and market, and then learn more about investment, what is needed as a start. And then you will see how to compute the net income and ROI. And then this is the part where I'm sure you will all be waiting for, the question and answer time. Okay? So, pasensya na, you cannot just keep on asking questions during the first part of my talk, but you have to write them down, write them on the chat box later on, and then this will all be entertained when we are at number 8, which is the question and answer time. Okay, so now let me introduce to you the topic proper. When we speak of hydroponics gardening, as mentioned by Chit, you do not make use of soil. What you make use of is water solution that it is water containing a solution of nutrients and micronutrients. Okay, what is sustainable lifestyle? It involves ways of having that advance good health and well-being while not distracting the natural environment and wildlife. Okay, so this kind of gardening will be very helpful because it does not make use of so much land area. Neither will you be consuming a lot of water because a lot of the water will be recirculated. At the same time, It is maintaining a well-balanced life that actually relates to quality and safety of the workplace, how people feel about their work, and the experience that they get out of their work. Okay, based on the investors in people, the standard for well-being, there are three areas that we should consider when we speak about well-being. And these are social, physical, and psychological. In this talk, our emphasis will be on the physical as well as the psychological, because the social would refer to rewards and recognition, employee voice, inclusion, diversity, activities, and also family-friendly policies. When we speak of physical, this means about our physical activity, nutrition, our musculoskeletal and environmental, and then keeping ourselves in shape to keep us healthy at bay. It means to say we have to be healthy physically so that we can be able to do our work well. And lastly, we look at the psychological side where we are to consider our mental health, sleep, rest, and financial well-being. Perhaps you will ask, financial well-being, psychological, yes, because if you don't have money, it will be a cause of worry, right? And when you worry, you can't sleep well, neither can you rest well. So that's it. So now let us see. Let's look at the physical well-being. Check yourselves. Look whether your diet is healthy. Your diet is healthy. It includes healthy vegetables, fruits, nuts, whole grain, and then you have omega-3, omega-3, and then health foods. And then you also have to consider, do you eat more healthy food rather than unhealthy food? And we have here unhealthy food like processed meats, sugar, sweetened beverages, and so on. Another thing you can look at would be your healthy body weight. Can you look at your body weight? Is it between 18.5 to 24.9 BMI? Because if it's lower than 18.5, then that means to you to say you're underweight. Whereas if you exceed 24.9 BMI, that means to say you are overweight. And a healthy lifestyle also means not smoking. Sorry na lang, but it says there, no smoking talaga. And then you can also take a little alcohol intake, but then ladies, look at it. It's so small. It is only 5 to 15 grams per day for a woman. And for men, it's only 3 to 20 grams per day for men. So now, our emphasis is on mental well-being. When I went into hydroponics gardening, I am now up on my toes. In the morning, I'm excited about waking up because after breakfast, that means to say I have to check on all my plants. I have 1,248 plants to take care of. So I'm always on my toes. Compared to walking, in fact, I perspire more when I started to garden rather than walking for about 1.5 kilometers in the morning and in the afternoon. So because I am busy, I forget about what boredom. And then at the same time, it can add to your income. And the good part about it is like this afternoon session, being able to teach other people how to plant through this method is already for me a very big consolation. And then also, you will notice that when you are physically and mentally fit, then of course, your social well-being will also be more active because you can enjoy more the company of your friends, your family, as well as your work. Okay, so can you look at this and are you familiar with some of this? So we have romaine. Yung mga salad po natin, kadalasan ganun po yung nating nakikita. We have romaine, lolio rosa, we have kale, sementel, arugula, and iceberg. Where do you find the arugula? Anong pizza ang may arugula? Do you know? Do you know what pizza has arugula? Dear Darla. Dear Darla is what? What company?
Alpha.
Yellow Cab. Ito po yung nilalagay sa gitna, right? Before you roll the pizza. Okay. Now, here are the different benefits or amazing benefits, yes, of the lettuce. Okay, so you can see so many in the list. So it helps you, it helps your heart, it helps every part of your body. You also sleep well. It helps you prevent anemia. And I tell you one thing, I don't take medicine anymore in order to free myself from constipation. The answer to that is actually eating lettuce. So I eat lettuce in the morning, 4 pieces of that, I make it into a salad and then eat it again at night. In the past, sasabihin ng asawa ko, don't eat vegetables at night because I'm sure I will not be able to digest it. But thanks be to God, I never suffered from indigestion as a result of eating leafy vegetables like this lettuce. Okay, now, let's go to step 1. Are you excited? You have just very simple things to prepare. Like, for example, you have your seeds, you have your coco peat, you have the seedling tub and tray, you have a stick, water sprayer, and then non-chlorine water. Paano po yan? It simply means you get a pail of water, you fill it up with the water from either Maynilad or what's the other one? Nawasa. And then let it stay there for about 4 hours, or let us say, keep it there and use it only the following day. That is dechlorinating the water. Why so? It's because when there is chlorine in the water, chances are the pH level is also higher, and the chlorine won't be very good for the plants itself. You also need masking tape, a marker, and scissors. Why? Because you have to label when did you sow the seeds. Okay? Now we will watch the video. Good afternoon, I'm Tess Villanueva. Ako po ay magtuturo sa inyo kung paano magtatanim ng mga lettuces. Okay, so ngayon nasa stage 1 tayo. Yung first step, tinatawag natin sowing. Okay, so makikita nyo marami akong pin-repair dito sa table. Okay, so we have the tray. Itong tray kasi, this is for the seedling. So it's called seedling tray. Ginupit ko na lang ito kasi ginamit ko na yung other half niya. So makikita mo yan, may butas siya sa likod. Bakit siya may butas sa likod? Kasi pagdating ngayon ng 5th day of sowing, yung water ay dito na sa base siya nilalagay. Hindi na siya ini-sprinkle ng water. Okay. So, meron tayong trays, tapos this is what we call coco peat. Tingnan mo, ito yung higher quality ng coco peat. Pag makikita mo, medyo moist na siya. Okay. Itong coco peat na isa na ito, itong coco peat na ito, nung binili ko to, ang dami-dami pa niya coco core. Ito yung mga coco core niya, yung mga ganyan. Sobrang dami niya, so kailangan talaga ibibistay mo siya. Pagkatapos may nakita ako na may mga langgam siya. Diba? Kasi galing naman ito kasi sa coconut. So, dahil ganun yung condition niya, so nilagay ko siya sa isang planggana. Nilagay ko lahat nito, binistay ko siya, or in English, sinilid ko siya. Pagkatapos noon, nilagyan ko siya ng water. Yung water na yon, ratio noon, so every 1 liter of water, nilagyan ko siya ng 5 ml ng hydrogen peroxide. Bakit ko ginawa yun? Kasi I have to sterilize the coco peat. Okay? After that, syempre aalisin mo yung excess ng water niya, pero hinayaan ko muna siya until the following day ko na lang siya piniga. After that, nilagay namin siya sa screen, tapos in-expose namin sa sun para matuyo. So, eto na siya. Malinis na yan, sterilized na yung ating coco peat. Okay? Ito namang isang itong in-order ko na ito, this is the purer quality. Kung makikita mo, napaka-konti lang ng coco core niya. Yung kasing isa, yung coco core nun, ay sobra-sobra talagang dami na yun yung pwede mong itabi para gagamitin mo pag nagtatanim ka naman ng mga ornamental plants. So ito, kapiranggot lang. Tapos ang maganda sa kanya, kung makikita mo, moist siya, okay? So ang gagawin na ngayon natin ay ganito. Yung unang style ng ating pagtatanim ay making use of this one. So nilagyan na natin siya ng coco peat. Tapos, pinrest natin ng konti. Kung makikita mo, hindi namin siya pinuno ng gusto. Bakit? Para mas madali yung ating sowing ng seeds. Okay, so, example, ang seeds na gagamitin natin ay ito. This is called Sanado by Enza Zayden. Ang type niya is actually mini romaine lettuce. Okay, so bubuksan natin. Yan, napakaliit ng seeds niya. Yan, maliliit yung seeds niya. Ang maganda sa seed niya, kinot na siya ng fungicide para sa ganun maprotektahan yung seed itself. So, one way of sowing is like this. Ibuhulog mo lang siya dyan. Yan. Isa-isa. Bakit tayo naglagay ng space? Kasi mamaya tatakpan natin ito ng additional na coco peat. Okay. That is one way of doing it, no? Ganyan. Tagal pala, no? Yan. So, ganyan. Para lang tayo naglalaro ng sungka. Ito yung pebbles, dinadrop lang natin, di ba? Okay. So, after doing that, ang susunod, we'll have to do it with the rest of the holes here. Lalagyan na lang natin ng lalagyan ng coco peat. Okay. So, after that, we will now get a little of this and cover the seed. Ang sabi nga, ang pagko-cover ng seed, at least 2 times lang yung size ng seed itself. Kasi pag masyadong malalim yung kung malalim yung seed, ang tendency, mahihirapan yung seed pag nag-germinate na lumabas. Okay, so ganyan. Tapos i-press mo siya a little. Bakit kailangan mo siya i-press? Kailangan mo siya i-press kasi pag hindi mo siya i-press, pagka nag-dilig ka na, ay nako, di mawawala yung seed mo. Tatalsik, no? Okay, so ganun. So, that's one way of doing it. Konti. Kung ayaw mo madumihan ng kamay mo, pwede ka naman mag-gloves. Pero ako, parang feel ko yung hawak ko yung coco peat itself. Yan. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Yung iba naman, pag nag-plant, ayaw nila na pinaplant dito sa, what you call this, sa tray. So, parang natatagalan sila ng ganyang style. So, yung iba naman, example, itong tub na ito yung ginagamit saan? Alam niyo kung saan ito ginagamit? Sa leche flan, di ba? Sige, bubutasan mo lang. Bubutasan mo. Yan. Tapos, Lalagyan mo na ngayon siya ng coco peat. So, yung iba naman yung gagawin. Parang ini-sprinkle lang nila. Ganyan. Huwag kayo mag-alala kung example, parang dikit na dikit yung mga iba, no? Pagka pinor mo, or kung ilalagay mo sa kamay mo, ipo-pour mo ganyan. Parang dikit na dikit, sasabihin nila, naku, baka mamaya pagtubo niyan, mahirap sila paghihiwalayin. Hindi siya mahirap. Ituturo ko yun sa inyo pagdating natin sa next step, no? So, ito, ngayon, tatakpan na ulit natin siya ng additional na, yan, ganyan lang. Konti-konti lang ilagay. So, mas madali itong proseso na ito. Pero yung iba, ayaw nila ng ganyan. Gusto nila isa-isa ganyan. Kasi para daw mag-transplant, madali lang. Pero both ways, I found it easy naman. I did both. Kasi syempre, oh, ayan na. So, konti lang yung pagkalagay natin ng ating coco peat on top of it. Okay. Meron din another style of planting. May isa naman na na ganito nagtatanim. Sabi niya, lagyan mo ng konting butas. Tapos, dun mo isushoot yung ganyan. Lagyan daw ng konting butas. Tapos, we will shoot the seed per hole. After i-shoot mo, close mo. So, huwag masyadong idiin. Eksakto lang. Huwag din masyadong kapalan yung pinapatong sa kanya para hindi mahirapan lumabas yung germinated na seed. Yan. So, tingnan ninyo, ano yung mas madaling gawin? Yung unang ginawa ko, na basta nilagay ko na lang. Tapos, dinagdagan ko na lang siya ng konti pang coco peat, o yung lalagyan mo siya ng butas, tapos tatakpan mo na lang siya. Okay? So, anyway, nasa sa inyo yun kung ano sa tingin ninyo yung mas madaling style. Another one is yung tinatawag nilang direct sowing. Okay, pag direct sowing naman, ganito per cup na, diretso na. So, wala ka na later on, ito transplant, kasi ito diretso na ito until harvest time. So, ang gagawin nila, kukuha sila ng isang cup, makikita mo may mga holes. Bakit? Para sa ganun, madaling lumabas yung mga ugat from these holes. At the same time, pag nagsipsip yan ng water, dyan lahat maglalabasan yung mga roots. No? Yan. For the capillary reaction. So, lalagyan mo lang siyang ganyan, half filled. Tapos, tagtag. 1, 2. Tapos, okay. Ngayon, lalagyan natin siya ng seed. So, kung ganitong style ang gusto mong gawin, drop 1, over, drop another 1, over, drop exactly there down the hole, over, another 1, over. Alam nyo, pag ang gamit ko RZ or which one, o kaya yung tinatawag natin na Rambo, normally 1 seed per hole ang ginagamit ko or per cup. Pero, there are times, example, yung mga ganitong seeds, yan, yung mga hindi coated, yan. Ito, mga hindi coated, mas safe kapag dalawa ang ilalagay mo sa bawat butas. Ito coated to. Itong ganitong type, coated with fungicide. Ay, nandiyan na pala yung aking garlic. Nililit siya ng seed. Okay. Ito, tapos na tayo dito, no? Tapos na rin tayo. Anong ginawa natin dito? Basta kinalat lang natin yung seeds, tapos tinakpan natin siya ng extra na coconut. Ito naman, yung unang type, ang ginawa natin, nilagyan natin 1 each per hole, tapos dinagdagan natin on top of it ng coconut, yung first 2 rows. Yung susunod na rows, ang ginawa natin, nilagyan muna natin ng butas, tapos nilagay natin 1 seed per hole, tapos tinakpan natin ganyan. And then you press it a little, pagka nagdilig ka, hindi maapektuhan yung seed. So, kung nakasilip pa dito, so nilagyan pa natin siya ng pot. Parang laro ko lang ito tuwing umaga or tuwing hapon, pagtapos na ako sa mga trabahong HR consulting. So, minamaximize ko lang yung time. At the same time, para naka-relax naman ako. So, ito yung ating form of relaxation. Okay? So, 1. Mamaya natin i-cover. 2, 3. Tumulog ko lang sa hole. 5. So, mamaya tatapusin na lang ni Melvin lahat to. Para hindi tayo mag-aantay kung kailan siya matatapos. Okay? So, ngayon, ipe-press na natin siya. Tatakpan natin. Konting press lang. Over, press. Press. Over, press. Yan, ganyan. So, 1, 2, 3. Tapos ito naman yung ating mga individually planted na seeds. Individually sowed seeds. Magandang gawin yan kapag sigurado ka dun sa klase ng seeds mo. Kasi alam mo, from experience, hindi lahat ng seeds mag-germinate. Kung minsan, yung mga seeds, lalo na yung mga hindi masyadong kilala yung brand. Kung minsan, ang germination rate mo masyadong mababa. Pero ito, tried and tested ko na ito at saka yung si Rich one. Yan. Yan ang mga tried and tested ko. Okay. So, actually, ang dami-daming klaseng seeds, no? And then, you know what? Ililigpit ko na lahat itong seeds na hindi natin gagamitin. Kasi alam mo kung saan ko ito ilalagay? Sa refrigerator. Hindi sa freezer, sa refrigerator lang. Dahil binuksan na natin yan. So, on the safest place to put it, para hindi masira yung seed natin, it will last a long time. Babalik ko na ngayon dito sa supot kasi ididiretso na ito sa refrigerator. Okay. So far, malinaw ba yung ating demonstration na? Okay, so after that, magdidilig na tayo. So sa first 4 days, spraying lang. Kailangan maging moist yan. Yan, ganyan lang. Hindi yung basang-basa para hindi naman masira yung seed natin. Tapos ito, ganun din. May butas na ito sa ilalim so that kung may excess siya ng water, mawawala, matatanggal siya doon. So, bukas, kasi anong oras na ba ngayon? It's almost 5 o'clock. So, bukas, titingnan mo ngayon yung ating seeds, ay yung ating coco peat kung tuyong-tuyo kasi yun ang bawal na bawal. Mamamatay kasi yung seed kapag tuyong-tuyo yung coco peat niya. So, ganyan lang. So, actually, ito yung tinatawag na spraying. And this is actually done on the first 4 days. Spray ang gagamitin. Hindi tabo ganyan lang. Okay. And then, after that, may tinatawag na on the 5th to the 6th day, ang gagamitin ngayon natin is bottom watering. Tapos pagdating ng 7th to 8th day, bottom watering. Tapos nilalagyan na rin siya ng half strength solution. Pagkatapos, pag umabot na yun ng 3 to 4 na true leaves, that is the time when we will now make use of the full strength of solution of nutrients. Okay. We will now go to the garden para makita nila yung what we sowed the past days. Now I'm going to show to you what happened with the seeds that we actually sowed a few days ago. Ito, nung dahil September 25 siya, inumpisahan na natin siya ng bottom watering. Ayan ang gustong sabihin ng bottom watering. Okay. So, konti lang din yung water na ilalagay mo. Tapos, sinisip-sip ngayon, kasi may butas yan, sinisip-sip ngayon nung coco pit yung water para moist siya all the while. Ayan. So, hinati ko na naman yan kasi sobrang dami. Butter crunch ulit. Talagang good performer si butter crunch. At saka si Loyo Bionda. So, bakit importante ilagay mo yung date? Magandang ilagay yung date kung kailan siya sowed, kaya S. Para sa ganun, mamamonitor mo din kung anong klaseng kind of watering na yung gagawin mo. Okay? Ngayon, eto na siya. Ito naman, earlier yan. September 14, si Big Wave. Okay? So, makikita mo may kulay na yung water. Bakit? Nilagyan ko na yan ng 1 ml Neutro Hydro. And then, 1 ml, solution A yun. Another 1 ml of Neutro Hydro solution B. Yan yung tinatawag na half strength. So, for every liter, 1 ml of Neutro Hydro A and another 1 ml of Neutro Hydro B. You combine them for every 1 liter of water. So, ganyan muna siya. Later on, titignan na natin yung leaves niya. Ilapit mo dito. Okay. So, itong dalawang ito, yan yung tinatawag na false leaves. Yung unang dalawang leaf is called false leaf. So, pag false leaf yan, hindi pa yan pwedeng i-transplant. Okay? Itong small leaf na ito, actually parang yan yung nagbibigay ng pagkain pa lang doon sa ating small seedling. Hanggang sa ganon, magiging healthier na siya. Kasi at this stage, ang pinapalaki pa lang natin ay yung stem ng ating seedling. Yan. So ito, dalawa na yung kanyang true leaf. Ito yung true leaf niya. False leaf yan. Dito naman tayo sa kale. So, parehong days yan na sowed. Okay? So, iba kasi yung itsura ni kale paborito ito ng anak ko. So, dalawang false leaf. Ito na yung true leaf. Normally, hindi ko pa yan tina-transplant. Mas maganda kasi pag ito transplant ko yan, at least 3 na yung leaves niya para sigurado buhay na siya pag nilipat ko na siya sa individual cups. Okay. Tingnan mo itong kung saan ko sila nilagay. This is a UV plastic. Ito yung nagko-control ng sun na papasok directly sa kanila. Okay? So, yan. Tapos nilalagyan ko siya ng net para pag masyadong mainit, ibababa ito para sa ganon, hindi siya masyadong mainitan sa araw at the same time. Hindi siya pupuntahan ng mga insekto. Okay, so yung next video natin will be transplanting stage. So, nilipat na natin siya sa ordinary water. Ito naman, meron na siyang 1 ml to every 1 liter of water. So, yun yung measurement ng solution. Ito yung tinatawag na half-strength solution of neutral hydro A and B. Okay, we will see you later as we progress to what we call the transplanting stage. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So now these are the important days that you have to remember. So I summarize it for you so that you will not be hard up. On the first 3 days, how do we water the plant? It will be through spraying. No? Like that, spraying. After that, on the 4th to the 6th day, it is bottom watering. There is water there and there, and then you just put the tray on top of it. Did you see it? Okay. And then on the 7th to the 12th day, you will now add half-strength water, half-strength nutrient solution in the water. And because I'm making use of Nutri-Hydro, that means to say 1 ml of solution A and 1 ml of solution B. Maybe your question is, how do we mix that? You will find that out in the next step. So these are the basic things. Now, I designed this seedling plant management table because this will be a very important tool for you to have. Why? Because on the first column, you're going to write down all the different seeds that you planted. After that, you have to write down when did you actually sow it. That's why you will notice in the masking tape, we place the name and then we put letter S and then we put the date. Why is it very important? When you set a calendar like this one, when you fill up this plant table, it will be when you wake up and you know that it is this date, then you know, oh, it is still water spraying. And then later on, you'll say, oh, it's already day like this. Then therefore, it's going to be bottom watering. And then, oh, it's already day 6 and 7. Then you know that you will now put half-strength solution in the water. And then the most important date, the letter T, is the date you transplanted it. Why is the date transplanted very important? It is very important because this will be the basis for counting when are you going to harvest. Okay? So harvesting will be the number of days when you will be harvesting your plants. That is the basis. Okay? So oftentimes you would see this in the packs. Okay? And then it says there, 55 days. So if it's 55 days from date of transplanting, then that is the time you will put now in the column under 55, the date that you're going to actually harvest the plant. Okay? Now, majority of the lettuces are actually harvested after the 3rd or the 4th week, or most often it's 5 days before the 30th, or exactly 30 days after. Don't go beyond that, because when you go beyond that, okay pa rin siya, kaya lang medyo mapait na po yung ating lettuce. Okay? Now, if you will see from this record here, most of these were already harvested, no? Because this was a record of what we actually planted since August, no? But there are also those, like for example, black Simpson, it takes about 55 days for it to be harvested. So iba-iba. Same goes through with the celery. The celery is also harvested on the 50th day. Why is this very important? Because if you will already know when you are going to harvest, then you will know when you are supposed to start sowing again, right? Normally, you would sow maybe when your plants are already on this stage, maybe let us say about 15 days from after you have transplanted the first set of seedlings, then now you can already start planting again so that when you will also harvest, then you already have another set of seedlings to put into your hydroponics system. So napaka-importante po nito because it guides you how you are going to water the plants. Another thing, after sowing, after 1 day or 2 days, meron na pong sisipol. You will already see a little germinated seed coming out. And then slowly, you can put it under the sun. Now, if you have a net and a what do you call it? UV plastic, then you are safer keeping the plant there. If, for example, you do not have that and you're going to put it right under the sun, just be sure that when it's already about 10 o'clock, alisin mo muna siya doon. Baka mamaya mamatay lang yung mga little seedlings that you have. So the exposure also of the seedlings to the environment, the sun, the weather, etc., has to be gradual para po hindi sila mamatay kaagad.
So after watching the first vlog, I would like to remind you to click the subscribe button and at the same time also click like if indeed you like what you watch. And then we also have the comments section below where you can put your thoughts about this first video. Okay, now if you like this video, kindly share this with your relatives, your friends, and those whom you think are interested in learning about hydroponics gardening. Thank you and goodbye, and see you next vlog on the second step in growing lettuce and other veggies. And that step is what we call transplanting and hardening. Goodbye and regards.